travel vlog about the Carpathians. Let's go, Shkin. Before this video starts, we need a place to praise. In this video, we're going to see 3 different cities, including Myhove, Yaremche, and the well-known city Bukovel, and why so many people love it. We will see how people live in a village, we'll jump into a local store, and relax in a spa complex.
It's hot in here.
And we will see restaurants, forests, waterfalls, and mountains, all in this video. Oh man, we're at the beautiful Carpathians. The first destination on our tour is my favorite Ukrainian village. This village is located in Chernihiv Oblast. It has a few restaurants and many stores. It also has many hotels and a ski resort. One of the main attractions in Myhove is this Carpathians resort. This resort has 8 individual log cabins and has a whole spa center. This hotel was rated 4.5 stars. The one we rented had 2 bedrooms, a small bathroom, some cool decor, and like most Ukrainian hotels, comes with white slippers. But most importantly, it comes with a balcony with a view of the mountains. This resort is an all-inclusive resort, which means breakfast and dinner is included. The spa center is my favorite part of the resort.
Let me show you what they have here.
It has a jacuzzi, a cold pool, an outdoor pool, a warm pool, a mineral pool, an outdoor chan is a thing that heats up and boils you like plof, a hammam, which is a Turkish sauna that is humid.
Ooh, it's hot in here. Get it out.
And it also has 2 different types of dry saunas.
Ooh, and the most important thing, the banya. I don't know if you can see me in here. Ooh, hot in here. Man, this thing over here is awesome. It's amazing. An all-inclusive resort. A big like for me.
Later on, we decided to walk around the village, and what I've noticed is most of the buildings are built in a log cabin style.
Whew, it's kind of cold out here, especially for Floridian. It's very cold.
This village has many cool historic things scattered around the whole village, and some 4-wheeler rentals. But in the main part of the village, they have cafes and various types of stores, and let's take a look at one of the stores. One of those stores sells a lot of Ukrainian things, like tea, woven socks, and all kinds of wooden things. One of my favorite things I saw were these matryoshki, or Russian nesting dolls. This place also had many toys for the kiddos, and all kinds of other things I don't need to mention. So let's go to the next spot.
That's a cool little store. I picked up something. Mercedes-Benz. I don't know. It's a cool souvenir.
On our way to the next stop, we saw some more buildings, including a spa and a hotel. And after a few minutes of walking, we've arrived at our destination. This reindeer was trying to wrestle with us.
So sad. But it's a pretty cool animal, but like it has nowhere to walk around. It wants to be in the wild. It wants to come out. Poor thing.
After this reindeer, we drove to another unique place in Myhove that definitely deserves some attention. Over here they have a little waterfall with some picnic tables, a small little stream, and the overall experience walking around the nature trails, looking at the Carpathian forest, and some village houses. We woke up early and left for the next city. As we were going to the next city, I couldn't stop looking out the window because the views are just amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Yaremche, a city that's sandwiched in between the Carpathians, with amazing views everywhere, many stores, a bazaar, and a population of 20,000 people. But there's one particular place I want to show you.
Whoa, I love how the city is just in the middle of the Carpathians. So beautiful.
The attraction that we want to take a look at is a waterfall that has over 20,000 reviews on Google Maps. Passing over the waterfall on the bridge, you come to a very large bazaar. It was so large that it took a few minutes just to walk to the end of it. Yaremche was surprisingly a very beautiful city that we visited, and if you're ever going to be on the west side of Ukraine, this place is definitely worth your visit. We ate, and it was time to go to the next city. As we were going to the next city, the views on the road were more inspiring, because not only did we see the rich and beautiful mountains, we saw some very beautiful and tall forests. This next city I want to show you is probably the most well-known city out of all the cities I'm going to show you in this video. This city has one of the most fastest growing ski resorts that attracts many foreign tourists, and it's called the Heart of the Carpathians. When we arrived at our hotel, which had a sauna with an interesting lunch and very funny translations, we quickly came outside to explore the city. We came to Bukovel during the fall season and most of the time it was raining. But the most popular season for Bukovel is winter, for skiing of course. And to practice skiing, they practice on the road instead of the snow. And I'm being honest here, I saw many of those. Bukovel also has this Ukrainian restaurant. Another cool thing to do at Bukovel is bustling. Oh, that's so sad, it's raining here, so iPhone cam. This basically was a zoo and a museum at the same time. They had many exotic animals like this peacock, and even this animal I've never even seen before. Many chickens with cool hairstyles. They also had many houses that showed how people lived back then in Ukraine. There also was many cool bridges and many cool structures like this giant chair. There's also a bench made out of colored pencils and many goats and sheep. The The sheep will smile for the camera, but they don't like hugs. That's been tested already.
Where are you going? No butt. So the animals are so funny here. A lot of cool things to look at. You know, Ukrainian house is pretty cool.
There's also many cool details in the buildings and outside of the buildings. Besides goats and sheep, they also have deer and a cow. At the very top of this place, there's a playground for the kids. You can buy souvenirs. You can buy cheese at the cheese store. And there's also a fast food restaurant, which we of course had to try. And there's also many cats by the tables. So if you're a pet lover, this is a place you want to go to. And the cool thing about this is that you're looking at the mountains and getting entertained at the same time. If you want to see the mountains all in one city, Bukovel is definitely the city you have to go to. This trip to the Carpathians had me overfilling of emotions. I saw so many things that I never even imagined Ukraine has, which makes this a trip I'll definitely remember. Travel because it's definitely worth it.